And we're back, as the Jay Z side of the plot thickens. Although he's vehemently denied the claims alleged against he, Diddy, and what was an unnamed female celebrity, who may have also just been accidentally named in legal documents filed by Jay Z's legal team, but we'll circle back to that. All in relation to the lawsuit filed by the victim, who was 13 years old at the time of the alleged incident. There is mounting evidence that Jay Z has always had a predilection towards young teens, including Beyonce herself, and a new lawsuit reveals a near mafia-style way of doing business and attempting to evade accountability, even if that means breaking the law. Allegedly. I've covered Jay Z's long legacy of consorting with minors. I'll add a link to that in the description. And although that doesn't necessarily mean he's had any inappropriate contact with any of them, we do know that he met Beyonce before she was an adult, and they did obviously become a couple, just before, if not soon after, it was legal. It could be argued that this on its own is predatory behavior, but there's no way to prove that there was any misconduct in that circumstance, unless Beyonce herself decides to speak up.
Now, it's been rumored that you're dating Jay Z, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't actually talk about who I'm dating, who I'm not, because I think it's important that I concentrate on the music. And when you start talking about those things, then that becomes bigger than the art.
You know what? That was going to be my advice to you. I mean, I was sitting up with the producer and I said, I'm going to tell her to keep her mouth shut about her relationship because it should be private.
Thank you very much.
And I wish if I had it to do all over again, I would have never mentioned what's his name's name.
Now, I'm not doing my job if I don't ask you about this. Lots of speculation. Are you dating Beyonce? Are you not? Are you two together? What's going on? You know, I gotta ask. I mean, a lot of people think, yes, these two are together. What's going on?
What happens is, you know, when you live so much of your life in the public eye,
right.
This is my political answer, just go with it.
Yeah, I'll go with it.
when you live so much of your life in the public eye,
right.
You want to keep parts of it private. So,
all right, then you don't have to answer that question. Let me just tell you from my perspective. If I were dating Beyonce, I'd be telling everybody. I would be talking about it. I don't care that I'm in the public eye.
Might you leave Def Jam?
yeah, my contract is up at the end of the year.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, as everyone knows, right? I signed for 3 years and my contract is up. But I have a great relationship with LA, and I have a great relationship with the artists at the label for the most part. And, you know, like I said, if everyone's there and we're all focused on chasing history, then I know there's a deal to be made. Other than that, I don't want to do it just to do it. I don't want a title just to sit back and have a title. You know, I want to discover what's next, and you know, this new business that we're in. What's the model? I want to push for that. You know, I don't want to just make a bunch of music and throw it into the old machine, expecting it to work the same way it did 10 years ago, because that's not smart.
As they say, new waters is constantly flowing into the river.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
They mention Sony when they talk about where you might go.
I mean, that's obvious because Beyonce has a deal there, right. And I know her. So, but you know,
how long have you known her?
Wow, a long time.
How long? 10 years?
However long she's been recording. That's when I met her.
Well, don't you remember how long it was?
Yeah, when I met her. I mean,
was it 5 years ago? Was it?
I met her 10 years ago. But
did you say to yourself at that time, "Wow"?
I said, yeah, that's a fantastic talent.
Was that what you said?
Yeah. Because
you saw talent before you saw anything else.
Yeah, because she was singing like a rapper. It was the first song with Wyclef, and she was singing really fast, and I was like, why is she singing so fast? And how is she? And then she was on key and everything. Yeah. I was like, oh, that's a talented person, right?
Yeah. Back to Sony. You said people speculate about Sony because she's there.
Right. But there's been no conversation. I've had no conversation with anyone from Sony. And Rick Rubin, who, you know, is a friend of mine, as well as, you know,
Rick
we collaborated on 99 Problems.
He's as good as it gets,
music guy.
He's as good as it gets.
Fantastic.
There are now reports of a potential illegitimate son named Rymir that Jay Z has long evaded taking a paternity test for. in spite of Rymir and his mother trying to force it in court on multiple occasions. His mother Wanda was only 16 years old when she gave birth, and Jay Z would have been around 22. This, of course, was before he was famous, and she only knew him as his street name, Rock, and was given no way of contacting him directly when she found out she was pregnant. She knew it was either his or her high school boyfriend Robert's, but a paternity test much earlier on eliminated that possibility. If Jay Z's so sure he never picked up a young teen from her high school, or if he did, that there wasn't any type of illegal interactions, why would he fight so hard to not take the test? Had his team of lawyers doing all kinds of legal acrobatics and gymnastics to help Jay Z evade it. Why would he be that pressed to deny who is potentially his firstborn child? Or is it because it would have been a crime? Nearly a decade ago, Rymir sat down with Radar Online for an interview while he was pursuing the test himself. He explains that he mainly wants to know for health and lineage reasons, and that he's not looking for any money.
I don't know, I wouldn't know how he feeling. Like, I would hope he would think about it and this would be in his mind, but I wouldn't actually know what another person is feeling at this time. You just can think that this person knows and thinking about it and stuff like that. I really wouldn't know how to am. So my mom did tell me she went in there and filed a fraternity test, and it just, basically I can say it was a whole lot of running around with that case. It was a whole lot of things that wasn't, what can I say, we didn't have enough information to push the case. That's what I basically can say. We didn't have enough information to keep the case going. So it was a big case to me because, I really wanted to find out who my father was, and for the case not to go how I was planning it. I really thought it was going to go different than what it was, but I really feel like it should have been over with because, I feel like if it was anybody else, I'm not saying this because people got higher standards or people make more money than that, but it's just different because, if it was anybody else that made a low income, I feel like they would have had them in there way faster than people that's wealthy. I really try not to get frustrated, basically. I really try not to think about it, I go on with my life because, anything could happen, but, I still gotta live for myself at the end of the day. I still gotta work and bring in income for me. I can't sit around, I gotta get up off my feet and do something. I can't wait on the world. Like I can't say, I can't wait on anybody to want to respond when they want to. It is important that I know who my biological father is, just because, my mom's health, I don't know if it's coming from our family or it's coming from the other side, and that would be something I really would want to find out because, in the future, you don't know what could happen. And a lot of people are so quick to judge because they see somebody coming out and try to find out if the person, trying to find out things, they so negative to push you down. People are just so quick to judge a person that's a low, I won't say low income, but somebody that doesn't have it, and somebody that does, they always think, you coming after that person's money, or they never look at the full story and things like that. It was rough, living in Philadelphia. It was a hard city. It started to get wilder as the years went on.
Have you ever been in a situation where you were almost killed?
I have been. I wouldn't say the crossfire was for me, but it was people. It was a couple shootings that I have been around, but it wasn't for me. It wasn't intended for me or nothing like that. It's just, it's dangerous down there, period. So
now, amid the recent allegations, Rymir has come forward again seeking paternity and claiming that Jay Z's team acted fraudulently and that his rights were violated through fraudulent court actions, which included sealed records, wrongful sanctions, and obstruction of their legal proceedings.
I just really want it over. It's something that's really affecting my life, and I just want it over with. I don't do interviews just saying, hey, Jay Z, give me your money, or I'm coming at the Jay Z for his money. I never did that. I'm not that type of person. I work for everything.
Well, your mom told that you that Jay Z was your father when you were 8 years old, correct?
No, I was 7.
7, okay. How did that conversation go?
Well, basically, it was this. My mom had to sit down with me. I guess she thought I was old enough to know now, and she been saying Sean Carter. That's what she was calling him at first before she was calling him Jay Z. And I really didn't know who that was because I was young. And, had my little brother, and I really wasn't worrying about it. She was saying it a lot, but this was going along with the person I was just seeing, like the person I looked at who was taking care of me at that time. I really wasn't really trying to understand what my mom was talking about, but she constantly put it in my head like, son, it's not your father, and I really want you to know it is. This person is your father, and I just want you to know. And she continued to tell me that over the years and over the years and over the years, even until I was grown. So I'm like, Mom, if you fully think this is my father, let's go on and let's go out and really go after him. That wasn't another go after nobody thing. I'm not trying to make nobody seem like a bad person or nothing. I'm just really coming out here for the truth. I don't want no money or anything. I wasn't looking for none of that.
Would you want to have a relationship with Jay Z?
I mean, at this point, I wouldn't say no if I could. Like, I've always been a person that I never hate anyone. I never, I don't walk around with hate for a person. So I try to teach my kids that just be the best that you can be. So that's just a motto I go off. I would never hate Jay Z. It was never that type thing. I respect him for everything he did. And as I said, I've been going through a whole lot through these years because this case, like me, my mom, my godmom, we didn't seen the worst. We didn't have people, slander my name. Like you want Jay Z money. And I hear it all, but I take one day at a time.
He's never contacted you directly to say, are you ever asking me stuff?
No, I promise. He never tried to contact me in any type of way, and that's all I'm asking is because I honestly really want the case to be over with. I've been going through, just like I said, a lot, and as I said, I'm not chasing nobody. I'm not trying to do this to make somebody seem like a bad person, a bad father, a bad parent. I work every day. I also have my own kids to take care of, so it's been a journey for me, and it's just I just got so much on my name right now, and it's so much. But I take one day at a time and just continue to push.
So I mean, just reiterate, the skeptics ignore he wants Jay Z's money or anything.
Yeah, I hear that a lot, and I really don't understand how I want a person money if it's not true. If it's not true and it's nothing, you don't have nothing to do with it. How can I want some of your money? I never asked for money. I'm going to fight until I'm not here no more, and it's never going to be against no one. I'm going to continue to fight. It'll take another 10 years, maybe another 50. Maybe I'll take this to the grave with me, but everybody can say I fought this to the end, and this is just something truly I believe in. I was always there for the truth. How can you call it harassment? And I'm just coming for the truth. I'm coming to the courts for the truth. What am I doing wrong?
There's even more recent evidence of Jay Z's team trying to manipulate and obstruct justice in the Diddy case, with Tony Buzbee revealing that Jay Z's team has been offering to pay his clients to sue him, which indirectly supports the claims made by Rymir. Rymir's mother Wanda passed in 2019, and although nothing can make up for Jay Z potentially being a deadbeat absentee father, the truth can perhaps give Wanda some justice and allow her to rest more peacefully. At this point, I don't see Diddy or Jay Z being able to squirm their way out of any of this. The time is up, and dirty money is quickly losing its value. Where it was once much easier to throw money at a situation to cover it up, it's certainly not the case anymore. And the latest is that Diddy's finally given up trying to get out on bail after several failed attempts. Tony Buzbee has officially filed a lawsuit against Jay Z, Roc Nation, and Jay Z's legal team for the blatant attempts to obstruct justice. Apparently, more than 24 clients of Buzbee's law firm reported being approached by individuals claiming to work for the state of Texas, brandishing fake badges, and offering as much as $10,000 to file false claims against Buzbee and his firm. These clients were able to obtain video and audio evidence of this interference scheme, and it's been revealed that one of those individuals was one of the exact same people that were approaching Diddy content influencers a week or so ago. Say you're guilty without saying you're guilty.
And a lot of things that's going on still in our court system. I'm just trying to keep the world really aware because this is something that's going on continuously on a daily basis with maybe many different people. So, as I said, I was in a major court. Me, my mom, my godmom, we've been in court for many years, and it's just been crazy. As I said before, it's been crazy. We've been going in there. I don't feel like we've been getting our rights really appreciated. So important to deal with because all the fraud on the court, if we just let that, just pass and not say anything about it, they will continue to do anything they want. It's not just with us, it's with people in the world. A lot of fraud and a lot of collusion that's just been going on and it's been looked over was never supposed to happen. And I will not let that pass. I'm not letting the lawyers get away with that. They will not go in the courtroom of justice and just lie like that and continue to continue to get praised off it, or use this lie to benefit off all these years. Like, we've been going to court and our hard-earned money out there, and you're going in there to fight fraud. That's just that's craziness. That's really craziness, and I don't think nobody in the world should have to go through that. You're going in there, you paying your hard-earned money. You got these lawyers that just frauding and pitting anything they want basically in the courtroom, and the judges is just allowing this to go on. I honestly believe that both of them should be hold it responsible for this, because you guys, this is you guys' job, and if the judge can't see this or overlook it, I can understand a mistake, but just throughout the years, to continue to overlook fraud is just craziness to me. Like, come on, it's right there in your face. If you can't see that, then I don't know what else we can do to help you guys believe that it's something crazy going on with this case. Honestly, I just want everybody in the world just to keep their eyes open and just watch things that happen, that this, like, how things unfold, because it's crazy. It really is crazy. These judges, these lawyers, this fraud, this collusion. Who knows what it's for? Money or friendships or whatever they got going on. But I can honestly say that we should never go in the courtroom feeling like we're already the victims and we did nothing wrong. We did nothing wrong but come in here, tell you guys the truth, put our life on the line, come to every court case and give you 100% plus of us. And basically we just got stepped on, and basically, just try to get dragged through the system. But no, we won't let that go. That's not us. We're not we're not letting this go, and we will continue to fight. Like, especially for fraud and collusion that's been going on. No, I will not let nobody just put that on my name, my mother's name, my godmother's name. We will fight for what is right, like we've been doing all these years. Spend time with their family and their loved ones, and anyone that was sick. We pray for you guys and hope you got out of your sickness and everything like that. Like, it's been a new year, and we just want to bring in positivity this year, and just do the right thing. It's a brand new slate, and I think we should just come in this year just wanting to do the right thing and the correct thing, not just for us, just for everybody in the world. Just do the right thing. So my court case is still going on, it's still active, and I want to thank everybody who's been supporting me from day one. I want to ask y'all to keep supporting me and keep coming in, because we couldn't do it without you guys. It's all about us. It's not just about me. This thing is about me getting it done, but it's all about us in the world. I'm trying to make sure any court system we go in or any courtroom we go in, we getting treated correctly and fairly, and things are not going over judges' heads and lawyers are not lying and things of that sort. So 2023 in my case right now, and I just want to talk about just a clean slate with New Jersey Supreme Court. There's been a whole lot of fraud and collusion, and I'm not pointing no fingers. I'm just asking everybody, all the judges or anybody who's working on the case, to do what's right and do their job the correct way, even if you overlook something or didn't see something. Everybody makes mistakes, as I said before, but it's time to actually do your job and look at everything and get it correct, because you cannot use fraud to continue anything in this world. You can't use fraud to help you get forward in life. Then try to continue on your fraud, or continue using fraud to get forward in life, and of course just let you do that. That's unconstitutional, and I think we should really be looking to fix that problem. They can't conceal something obtained by fraud, and that's for anyone in the world. So you can't go in the store and tell someone, I'm going to bring you back $20. Let me just get that. And they just believe you, and you just, like, because they know you or anything like that. So basically what I'm saying is the courts overlook things. They overlook a lot of things. And as I said before, it's not anyone's fault, but I'm just saying I think these guys should do their job. We got high-end judges. We in Supreme Court, this is the highest court in the world, and there shouldn't be no mistakes made. And I understand we're all humans and mistakes are made, but I'm just asking you guys to fix the problem. Fix the problem. It's pretty simple. Overlook the case files and the things that you got sealed. If there's no problem, there's no lies in there or anything like that, it should be unsealed. It should be unsealed to the public. The public should be able to come and see anything they want and be able to read this information, especially if we look for our government to you know, we look for our government for everything, and we go to court to get justice. We don't go to court to let someone use fraud, and that just hurts your life. And somebody can just use fraud on the other side and continue to use fraud for years and years and years, and it just so I just want to say this is just like I said, I'm not pointing fingers at anyone, not the Supreme Court or anyone. I'm just asking the Supreme Court to do their job. Also, any other court that has anything to do with my case, I'm just asking you to really look at it and let's really look at everything, because I promise you it's things that's missed that you guys missed. And I just wanted to be fixed. It's not just for me. We all wanted to be fixed. Our lawyers, me as a person, yes, I don't want to go to court and get treated any type of way differently just because I'm going against this person or going against anyone. We all should get treated fairly, and the courts should just be doing their job, period. That's it. You should be doing your job, period. You're a judge. You got our life in your hand. You can do whatever you want on that stand and say whatever you want. So that's very serious, and I really think they should be taking that.
In the motion filed by Jay-Z's legal team against the Jane Doe suit, which named he and Diddy so far, it was revealed that it was Jennifer Lopez that was accompanying Diddy that night, which would suggest that she's the unnamed female celebrity.
The woman was 13 at the time, in January of 2000, when she said she went to the MTV Video Music Awards at Radio City Music Hall. She didn't have a ticket, so she approached some limo drivers parked outside, hoping she might get in. The lawsuit says one of the limousine drivers she spoke to claimed to work for defendant Combs. He told her that Combs liked younger girls and said she, quote, fit what Diddy was looking for, not allowing her into the awards, but inviting her to an after party. The driver instructed plaintiff to return around 9:30 or 10 p.m., promising to take her to the party. Now, while this woman says she was outside the VMAs talking to limo drivers, inside, it was a big, big night, particularly for Jennifer Lopez, who was at the awards show with her then-boyfriend, Sean Combs. They were a hot couple back then. Lopez won the VMA that night for Best Dance Video. She was on top of the world. Afterward, the couple went to a nightclub, which is closed now, for an after party. The Daily Mail reported that there were a lot of famous people at this party, like Eminem, Dr. Dre, Jay Z, magician David Blaine, and many more. And at the party, the Daily Mail actually posted photos and quoted a source that showed Lopez and Combs getting into an argument. No one knows what this argument was about. Let's be very clear about that. But she doesn't look happy in these photos. Now back to the lawsuit. The woman claims that night, outside of Radio City Music Hall, she got into a limo with someone affiliated with Sean Combs. The suit says, after approximately 20 minutes, plaintiff arrived at a large white house with a gated U-shaped driveway. Once inside, two men asked plaintiff to sign a non-disclosure agreement, informing her that she could not discuss what happened at the party. She gave them her name and signed the form, but did not receive a copy. Inside the house, plaintiff recognized many celebrities in what appeared to be a living room. Waitstaff carried trays of drinks and loud music played throughout the house. Plaintiff observed widespread drug use, including marijuana and cocaine. Plaintiff accepted a drink, a reddish-yellow mixture that tasted like orange juice, cranberry juice, and something bitter. The woman is not claiming that she was at the nightclub, but she claims that she started feeling woozy and went to a bedroom at this house to lay down and was then assaulted. The suit continues. Soon after, Combs, along with a male and female celebrity, entered the room. Combs aggressively approached plaintiff with a crazed look in his eyes, grabbed her, and said, "You are ready to party." Combs then threw plaintiff toward another male celebrity, Celebrity A, who removed plaintiff's clothes as she grew more and more disoriented. Plaintiff was held down by Celebrity A, who raped her while Combs and Celebrity B, a female, watched.
I'll be continuing to cover this case, and I have some other videos on the way relating to the great big elephant in the room. So make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the flip side.